So hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is our today's question on lead code, and this question is basically our daily problem on 12th July. So this question is find eventual safe state. We will read this question and we will try to figure out how we can solve this question. And there is a directed graph of n nodes with each node labeled from 0 to n minus 1. So basically we are given with a graph uh, of n nodes from 0 to n minus 1, and the graph is represented by 2D integer array graph. So also we have given this 2D integer array graph which represents the graph. Okay, and you can see that for each integer, for each index I, we have graph I, which is nothing but integer array of nodes adjacent to that node I. So again moving further, we can see that a node is terminal node if there is no outgoing edges. So you can see that there are some terminal nodes in this graph. You can see that there is no outgoing edges in 5 and 6. So 5 and 6 basically are terminal node. So this was definition of terminal node, and there is another terminology, that is safe node. And the meaning of this safe node is that a node is a safe node if every possible path starting from the node leads to the terminal node. So this is the meaning of safe node. And what we have to do, we have to return an array containing all safe nodes of the graph. So let us, and the array should be sorted in ascending order. So let us see what we can do for this question. So let us have a closer view for this graph. So you can see that this is our graph, and what we can say, the terminal nodes are 5 and 6. So these are the terminal nodes. Okay, and what we have to do, we have to traverse from each node, and we will see that whether that node will lead us to the terminal node or not from all possible path. Okay, so they have mentioned us that we have to check for every possible path starting from that node which leads to terminal node. So we can see that we will check through all possible path. Okay, so starting from this 0th node, when we go from 0 to 2 and again 2 to 5, you can see that we can reach this terminal node 5. Okay, but we have to check for other path also. When we go from 0 to 1 and then 1 to 3 and then 1 to 3 to 0, so you can see that we are not reaching terminal node from this path. Instead it is a loop. Okay, so you can see that there is a loop, so therefore we cannot reach a terminal node. So what is the conclusion here? So conclusion is that if the node is on any loop, it will not reach the terminal node. Okay, so basically it will not reach the terminal node. So basically what we will do, we will check for each node whether it is on loop or not. So if it is on loop, it will not reach the terminal node, and if it is not on loop, it can reach the terminal node. So basically we will check for other nodes also. So for 0, you can say that there is a loop, so that's why it will not reach the terminal node. So for 1, you can see that again it is on the same loop, 0 1 3 and 0, again it was on same loop. So talking about 2, there is only one path from 2, that is 2 to 5, and it will lead us to terminal node. So this is our safe node. So you can say that this is our safe node. I will write SN. Okay, talking about 3 is again on the same loop, so it will not lead us to the terminal node. Talking about 4, you can see that there is only one path that will lead us to the terminal node, so this is going to be our safe node. And again 5, and there is no outgoing node, so it is itself a terminal node, so again it is a safe node. So all terminal nodes are going to be safe. And again 6 is also a terminal node, so it is also safe. So our answer will be nothing but 2 comma 4 comma 5 comma 7. Okay, so these are going to be our answer. So you can see that this is our answer, 2 4 5 and 6. Okay, sorry, it was 6, it was not 7. So 2 4 5 6, so this is going to be our answer. Okay, so let us see what was the conclusion from this part that if a node is on loop, it will not reach the terminal node, otherwise it will reach the terminal node. So we will write the function to check whether a particular node is on loop or not, and if it is on loop, we will not store it in our answer, and otherwise we will store it in our answer. So let us try to code this question. So basically what we have to do, we have to check for each node, what we have to check, whether it is on a loop or not, and if it is on loop, we will not store it, and otherwise we will store it. So basically we will have some of the vectors with us, like vector of int visit. Okay, so basically the work of this vector is nothing but to check whether the node is visited or not. So it will check whether the node is visited or not. Okay, and some more vectors we have, like vector of int and path. Okay, so the work of this vector is that it will store the path on which node is present. Okay, so it will store the path in which node is present, and again we will have a vector is safe, and we will initialize it with -1 initially. So this will store the answer whether the node is safe or not. So this will store this part, and again what we will do, we will have a we will have to traverse through all the nodes. So for this we will have a boolean recursive function with us. So basically we have a boolean recursive function with us, bool dfs, in which parameters will be the current node and the vector of int graph. Okay, and what else, these three vectors with us, vector of int and visit, vector of int and what it is, path, and vector of int, which will store whether the node is safe or not, that is safe. Okay, so what we will do, when we are on node, we will first mark it as visited. So what we will do, we will just mark it as visited. So visit of that node will be 1. Okay, so visit of that node will be 1. And what else, what we will do, we will check if we know the answer corresponding to that node, so whether it is safe or not. So what is the case, like if is safe of node is not equal to -1, basically we know the value whether it is safe or not safe. So if it is not -1, it means we know the answer that it is, maybe it will be a safe or it will not be safe. So what we will do, if is safe of node, if the node is safe, so what we can say, if the node is safe, then it is not on any kind of loop, and this boolean function will check whether there is loop or not. So what we will do, we will just return false here. So we will just return false, otherwise what we will do, we will just return true. So you can say that when the value of is safe is 1, we will return false, and otherwise we will return true. So this can be directly written as return 1 minus is safe of node. So basically you can see that whenever is safe is 0, our answer will be true, and if is safe is false, if is safe is 1, the answer will be return 0, which means it will return false. So basically I have written directly here, and if you have any kind of confusion, you can write that previous part also. Okay, so I will mention it here also again. We can simply write it as, what we can write, return 1 minus is safe of node. Okay, so whatever thing you want to do, you can do, it's upon you. And what we will do, we will just set a path for our node. So path of node will be 1. So basically what we will do, we will traverse through its child, and we have to check that if the child is visited or not. So if it is not visited, so what we will do, we will again run this dfs function recursively for that child, and if we got any loop corresponding to that child, we will just return true, and we will mark is safe as 0. And if the child is not visited, if the child is visited, so we will check whether the path of the node and the child is same or not. If it is same, then we will return our answer as true, and we will mark as is safe as 0. So what I am going to do, first we will traverse through the childs. Okay, so for this, what I am going to write, for auto child of adj graph of nodes. Okay, so what we will do, if it is not visited, so if not visit of child or visit of child, so what we will do, we will check whether there is any loop corresponding to this child or not. So we will run this dfs function again recursively. So dfs of child graph visit path and is safe. Okay, so if it is showing us returning the value true, which means that there is loop. So in this case what we will do, it shows there is a loop from this child. Okay, so what we will do, if there is loop from this child, then our node will be also a part of a loop, and in this case what we will do, we will mark is safe as 0. So basically is safe for this case will be nothing but 0. So is safe of node is nothing but 0, and since there is a loop in this case, what we will do, we will return true. We will return true because there is a loop in this case, as there is a loop from this node. Okay, and if the node is not visited, what we will do, we will check whether the path for the node and the child is same or not. So basically what we will do, if path for the child is equal to 1, so what we will do, if the path of child is 1, that is basically same as the path of node, what we can say that child and node are on same path, and what we can say that it means both of them are in a loop. Okay, so both of them are in a loop, and due to this reason we will mark is safe of node as 0, and again we will return our value as true. Okay, so you can see that if we didn't find any loop from traversing through the childs, what we can say, there is no loop. So what we will do, we will just mark is safe for the node as 1, and we will set the path again to 0. So path of node will be set to 0 again, and for this case we didn't find loop, so that's why we will return false. So false because as we didn't find the loop. Okay, so you can see that this function will help us to find whether there is a loop corresponding to a particular node or not, and also we have stored the value of is safe for all the nodes after traversing through this function. Okay, so what we will do, we will just iterate over all the nodes. So basically we will iterate over all the nodes and run this dfs function. Okay, and for this I am going to use for loop, and what we will do, if the node is not visited, so if not visit of I, so what we are going to do, we will just run this function dfs. So basically the parameters were I. Okay, and then graph and what else, so visit and path and is safe. So these were the parameters. So we will run this function whenever the node is not visited, and again what we will do, so for as of now we have values of is safe for each node. Okay, so we know the value of is safe for each node. So basically what we'll do, if is safe for a particular node is equal to 1, okay, so what we can say that the node is safe and we will store it. Okay, so in this case we will store the node, and otherwise we will not store it. Okay, so otherwise we will not store it. So to store the nodes we will use a vector of integer. So basically this is going to store our safe node, so this will store our safe nodes, and what we can do, we will iterate through each node from 0 to n minus 1, and we will check if it is safe node or not. So if is safe of node, okay, so in this case what we will do, we will just push back that node in our vector. Okay, and else we will not push back it in vector, and after that, after iterating from all nodes, we will just return our vector. So let us see whether the code work or not. So I didn't define n here. So basically n is nothing but size of this graph or number of nodes. So basically it will nothing but size of the graph. So I don't think any error will be there or not. Okay, it is visit. Okay, it's kind of mistakes. Okay, let us see again. Okay, it is I. So here you can see that all the test cases are passing. So let us have a look for the main cases. So yeah, you can see that all the main cases are passing, and let us try to again let us try to understand this part again. What we will do, we will just go on each node, and what we have done here, we have to go on each node and we have to check whether there is loop corresponding to that node or not. So for this we have used this dfs function and boolean function dfs, and from this we have found whether there is a loop corresponding to that node or not, and if it is having a node, if it is having a loop, we will mark it as not safe, that is safe of that node will be 0, and otherwise if there is no loop from that node, the is safe for that node will be 1. And what we have done, we have run this dfs function for all the non visited nodes, and again we have the value of is safe with us, and if is safe of I or a particular node is not equal to 0, we will just push back in our vector and then we will return it. So you can see that this question was basically based on the DFS and a kind of loop detection in a directed graph. So I hope you like my solution, and I hope you understood my solution, and if you like my solution, you can like my video also, and if you want to see some more videos like this, and you can subscribe my channel and you can see all such videos on my channel. So thank you.